Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today, Grandpa is teaching my dad how to resharpen saw blades. This is something that really saves us money because we go through a lot of saw blades, and it also is hard to do right. We were just talking about how it's been waving over knots and just how to tweak it so that it works the best, because once a used blade, it's never really brand new again. So without further ado, let's get into it.
It pushes three.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it'll push 1, 2, 3. It'll pump it this way.
Okay.
You want that thing in the center, your tooth kind of in the center of that
Okay.
dial there.
And which way is this tooth going?
Pushes it, whichever direction this thing is, it's pushing that way.
Okay. I see.
Pushing it into the...
Okay.
Now, I usually do that.
Yeah.
And
why did you do that?
because I don't know what it was set at for the
Okay.
previous one.
Okay.
So then you can hold this up, lock it in. That tooth is. I'm gonna lower this just a little bit. This one turns clockwise, I believe, but I'm gonna lower it, let me see. No, it's going up. This one you back off, that one you screw in.
Okay.
Okay. Now we should be, now if you hold this up, then it doesn't advance your tooth.
Right.
And this is, you can push this green button and it just does that. It doesn't advance it.
Okay.
This is gonna try to do it. We gotta hold it up. So let's see what. Okay. Come over here and watch those dials. When you're holding this up, that one's going up to 27, so this one's pushing pretty tight. That one's not.
So how do
So
we?
I back off a little bit, tighten that up just a schmit. See, it's not going up there yet. Tighten it up again. It's not even touching it. It's getting ready to. There, it's going up. Okay, that was 30. I'm gonna go off just a little bit, because it would jumped above it. I don't think that one's touching it. Not. You can sit here and just dial those in like that till you get it up close to 30. It don't take very much. Okay, now.
But okay.
Now, so those two are set
Okay.
at 30.
Okay. How do I know they're set at 30?
By the way this tops out.
Okay.
Now watch it. It tops out at this right here, inside of that. See? Keep going. It just bumps it and comes off. So you just keep it going. And you can watch that one's a little bit excessive, but that one's doing good. Then when you advance it,
Yeah.
then you can take this and put it on there and back it off a little
Okay.
bit. So that you can correct it. Sometimes it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna put that down and advance it 1. Okay, it advanced correctly. So let's
Oh,
see.
my
So
word.
let's see what that one does. Once you get this little beginning done,
Jeez.
every blade's not the same, so it takes a little while to get to get set, and you got to do 2 or 3 sets and get that thing going, and then run it. And you have to keep your eye on it. So. Okay, I need to go up just a little bit.
Does it come out of set every?
Well, it's just that tooth might have been closer to what it was anyway. Now I'm going to advance it one. It didn't go all the way. I mean, that's the first part of this is, no, I stretched that out just a little bit. I want to get that tight. I'm going to back it up to the one I just did. Check that and see if we, no. I'm just correcting this a little by little here to get this one to bump it a little harder. And then you just sit here and watch these. See, it's doing good now. And just look down and make sure that tooth is pointed this direction when it goes into this block.
Right.
Slide it down in there. Rack it down in there. Like that.
Should this be cleaned out at the end of the day?
Oh, not the end of the day, but it's about due. You can see I've got 2 magnets in there. One laying over here, and then that thing.
Okay.
So I just you got to kind of feed this thing in there a little bit,
Okay.
so that you know,
Yeah.
and pull it out. And I put on plastic gloves. There's a whole box of them up there, and just rake
Okay.
that stuff off of there. And you can take those magnets and kind of.
Where are the magnets?
There's one right there.
Okay.
See that
Yeah. Okay.
little fish there? And then I got one back there, and then there's some magnet square in front of this.
Okay.
Well, we can do that here. I'll get one of these. Okay, now off, and that's just your on button. This is your speed, so you can turn that on and get this thing set. Make sure that those are going down in there, because that don't have to be but just a tiny bit above that, or it'll stall your motor out. So I get it down almost touching that. And then when you start that up, you can see if it's doing it, and you're not advancing or anything.
Okay.
Just keep the advance off, and you play without it spinning. Okay, that just advanced it, so I can put this down. And then you can advance it and see if what you're looking for and listening for is this thing hitting the back side of your tooth, your cutting edge of your tooth. See, that's a little tight, so I need to turn this out just a little bit. You don't want to grind the surface off of that, you just want to touch it. So you got to go through this because every blade's different this way, that's for damn sure. Okay, now let's try something. I'm going to turn on the wheel, and I'm going to watch the sparks in there. You can do it without hurting this.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to watch that thing come down on that tooth. too much. Back it off, or extend it. That's pulling it towards you. We'll extend it. That's all. That's barely all you want right there. You just want a spark off of the front of that. Now it's not hitting the bottom, so I need to bring this up a little bit. Not, never got that one. Never got that one. So I'm going to raise it up just a little bit. Because it pulls it up or something. And if you got to do one twice, see, that's good. Now, wherever you think you want to, we started here somewhere, this magnet's got to go in there, right there. And it'll stop this machine when it gets around to that magnet.
Okay.
You want to not forget to take those off because they end up, I found one after 2 weeks laying someplace. That's getting it all. If you get it too high, it's solid motor.
Yeah.
You'll know you're...
Yeah.
Okay, now feel those are pretty damn sharp.
Yeah.
It's this part right there, right on the tip. They're catching you like that, it's doing good. If you don't get the back side, they won't be near as sharp. Oop. Damn it. That's the fan up there to keep, because if you don't have that thing on, everything just gets bogged. That's why this is on there, it's wicking off and dripping.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
See, after this sits in there and settles a little bit, you got some good
oil.
Good oil. I usually drain that off, and then I'll put some more on it. And I usually fill it up, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
But let it set, and then, I mean, that's probably expensive oil, like anything else.
Yeah, right.
Well, that thing's been bent. No reason to reset this one because it's, ooh, that can't be. Same. Check on. Go ahead and check the other side, and see what they are. And this one won't. Oops, got one busted tooth there.
How do I put this on?
Slide it right in here and point your tooth towards this.
Slide it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back it off a little bit, and there you go. Now just find your tooth that's pointing to you.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
it. Slide her down, get a couple of them, and then flip it, spin it around, and get the other side, and you'll know if it needs set. This one don't appear to need set. Got some bends in it. Okay, that thing's shut off. Sharp, sharp. If you want to run your fingers across there and see, and you can see by the light here that it's getting both the leading and the trailing edge of the tooth. So that's a good tooth. So you're getting a good reading on it? Well, that's a raker.
To switch sides, right?
You have to switch sides to get.
Yeah.
Now, did you turn it around yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you would want to read
I want to go every third one.
like that.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's
See
30.
those? That's
So then I want to go to that one.
right here. Right here. It's a raker. Don't count the one you're on.
Okay.
Just
Yep,
go
there's
beyond
30.
it. Stop
Yep.
count. So that's a good one.
Okay.
So let me get some gloves on here so I can. Okay, now this thing just shut off. First thing is shut these pump and that thing off.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, you don't raise this without doing it because it's a mess.
Well, I bet.
And then I push down on this and just raise this up out of there, and I retrieve my magnet right away so I don't lose the damn thing. And I just stick, there's two of them over here.
Okay.
Get that out of there.
Okay, we're nearing the end of things here. I've got a lot to learn, which I figured at the beginning of this, and we'll see how things advance. So thank you for tuning in and watching another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. We'll see you in a couple days.